Hello, everyone. My name's Optimus Black, and welcome to Friday Night Fumble. I think this is episode 4, where we take a look at FUMBBL's Black Box Trophy, how it's going this week. Take a look at the contenders, and we have a Penguin Academy of a few of those contenders' matches. Or sometimes, I mean, it's not going to happen this week, but it might happen whereby if I see a good match, like if I see, Malmö versus FX or Bazakistine versus Triple Skull or something, even if they're not currently in contention, although those last two are, I'll pull that match up anyway, just because, it's always good to look at two of the better players facing off with each other. But most of the time, I'm content to cast players, from 60% up. If someone's on a great run and they happen to be in a match with one of those players, I'm fine with that too. I'm not going to discriminate, but I'm not usually going to pull out, two 50%ers playing each other or anything, even if they're like close to the top, just because they've played 60 games, whereas everyone else has only played 20. It's getting on in Fumble now, so that's not going to be the case. Once you get out of the first month, which this is of 4, better players have played enough games whereby the worst players who've played more games aren't really above them in the points so much. So it should be okay. Yes, Tiak. So one of the things that people can do in this is, because you can make multiple squads. I think this season you can probably make 2 to 3 decent squads, and then 2 other squads that are okay. Like, the problem with the okay squads is you've got to have the 2 least favorite of yours stunty teams and the 2 least favorite of yours bad teams. Um, but you can have 2 to 3 decent squads, and so you can use the first 2 to 3 squads with that goal, going for a points. Play one squad. When you get a points number, like 40 is a very good first goal. Then 45. Well, I mean, you can go for the numbers, or you can just go to beat. If you get 42, that should be your new goal, right? Should just be able to beat your personal record. But if you are going to beat 42, then the next goal would be, the halves, 45, 50. If you beat 50, you're good anyway. So, but 40 is a very good. If you're a 60% coachish, 40 is a good start to go for. And then 45 is slightly harder, 50 is hard, and then 55 and above, you're, in the realms of winning, so it's very hard. But you can make those last 2 squads count for other things. You don't have to play the whole squad. You can if you want. If you want to try gnomes or whatever, it's up to you. But you can just use them to play 2 of the higher tier teams and try to get a good run in, because you can have individual race records for yourself as well. Like, you can go for, like, 933 on a team, and then now next season, you got to beat 933 as your record for humans or whatever. You can set yourself these little goals if you're interested in learning and getting better. It's better than just playing randomly. So this week we have 3 games. Um, the first game we're going to go for, I don't know if you're here. I don't want to out you if you're just lurking in the background, but someone who's spoken recently in our community, so we're claiming them, is Tatarika, and I noticed that they played Wilking, who's on a hell of a run, his greatest run ever, in fact. So we're going to start off with that match, Wilking versus Tatarika. One of the reasons it's interesting, not just because it's 2 people from the community. Like I say, Wilkin is challenging this season, more than challenging. He's currently, I would say, the favorite. Like, he hasn't gone past halfway, so everyone can calm down. But at the moment, I would say he's the favorite. And it's a high elf off, which we haven't done a mirror match yet. So the first matchup is going to be a high elf mirror. he says, waiting for it to load. There we go. So it is Wilking with 1360 high elves versus Tatarika with 1300 high elves. We look at the two teams. So this is Wilking's team on the left. Wait, hard to tell. In a mirror, it's hard to tell. I think it's Wilking's team on the left. And he has block, dodge, strip ball on one Dragon Prince. Block, dodge, sure hands on the other Dragon Prince. No thrower. Dodge and tackle on this White Lion. Nothing on this rookie. I assume it died or something. We got a dodge lino, a wrestle lino, and 12 men. And on Takarika's side, we've only got 11 players. And we've got blodge, sprint, movement up on this Dragon Prince. So a setup for the one turn. We've just got blodge on the other one, dodge, tackle on this White Lion, and dodge on this White Lion. He has got a thrower, but it's a rookie, and only 11 players. So against a claw team, only 11 players could come into serious issue. Perfect passing. Moles under the pitch. Moles. I just realized Tatarika's getting the praise and he's got moles, which means that Wilking has moles for the first half. Wait, is it the first half or the whole game? They changed it to the whole game, didn't they? The whole game. So Wilking is the one that has 3+ rushes. Trying to remember what the hell the new words are. GFIs. It's so annoying. Charge and so moles goes for the 3+ rushes. Perfect passing. Perfect passing might do a thing for him, right? 2 SPP instead of 1. He can farm some passes in the backfield and level his thrower. All he took was the two prays. I don't know if he had any money. He could have taken a third pray as the underdog. So, right, first up, we'll have a look at the setups. I'll try to pause it correctly. Okay, so as expected, Wilking sets up in a great walk. Slightly offset walk, but that's fine. It's still a walk. So great against a charge. Sorry, everyone was talking. Talon. If you'd spoken earlier, your game would be now. I'm doing one of your games after this. So I like to just call it the walk, right? It's the standard, like people on the LOS and two. It is you, Tatarika, yeah. 2 chevrons on the outside. From Tatarika, we've got a 3-4-4 sort of formation. I don't really like offsetting both. So if you're going to do an offset, this shape should be on the other side of the pitch. Like it should be over here. But other than that, it's fine. It protects it. It's rule of 4 essentially, right? It protects the important players. Great kick unless it goes in the crowd. Praise is stupid, force. Doesn't go in the crowd, so great kick. Right. Let's talk about the fact that Wilkins just started rolling dice. Against high elves here, I would definitely have double screened this ball before I started rolling dice. And I would certainly have moved these 2 players. So for me, no frenzy on his side. So these 4 can go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 can go there. He can come there. And then the ball is very, very screened, right? Before we start rolling dice. Because the ball is over there, we're not going to have a good blitz. We can still do a blitz. If you step the dodge guy in front, he doesn't activate. So if you block forward with these three, you can use him as an assist. And then we can blitz this guy and come back. And that gives us a big bunch of players here. The biggest problem with all of that, I guess you could use this guy to do it, is that you expose your strip ball because you leave him behind. This guy isn't really doing much. He could protect the strip ball by just standing next to him. That's okay. But this guy should come over and we should have a screen in place. Look, again, it's not a big deal, right? Quad skulls only happens every 20 odd games. But if you're on a run like Wilking is on, if this is that 20 odd game, imagine losing to quads right now, taking these blocks. It would suck, right? Wilkin is on a tear in things. Losing any game is going to be really annoying for him when he's on a run like this. Yeah, we shouldn't be rolling these dice. I don't pre-watch these games. That was one dice away from being exactly what I said. And he wakes him up. It happens all the time, look. It wakes him up. People getting like, you know, oh my God, yeah, that could have happened. And he wakes people up. You can't do that. You've got to be awake from the start. Gets a removal with the wrestle. Huge. Didn't really cover the pickup either. Like that's not a good cover of the pickup in my opinion. If you drop that ball, you don't really want to re-roll again. You've already used one. But you have to because it's so close to elves, and especially have to because of this. So this is not a good, if you drop that ball, it could have gone there, could have gone there. Like I said, originally, the first thing I would have done is just double screened. Those two there, like just immediately double screened. You cannot drop the ball anywhere near elves, and if you do drop the ball, you got to give yourself the best chance of him not being able to do anything about it. Okay, no reason to jam your players in like this. Give up the outside. And if we were going to do that, we should have blitzed with this guy. Again, these are nitpicks, but they're important ones, right? If you're going to take a blitz and you know you're not going to reroll, which one of these do you want to take the armor break? Dodge piece or the not dodge piece? So you blitz with the not dodge piece, because then you can eat that 1 in 9, and if he dies, it's not the dodge piece. Little things like that matter. They don't matter all the time, but at some point they will matter. So we burnt a reroll, but we did get a removal, and we got the ball safely in hand. So not terrible here. Like it all worked out okay, but it was a bit sloppy in places. So first thing I will say is there was no reason to block forward there. If he'd come round the side and blocked from here, you could have blocked him up into future blocks for more dice. Got to keep an eye out for those kinds of blocking angles. So we've wasted our blitz when we could have got extra dice and still knocked him down. As you saw here, this wrestler is the one that removed you. He doesn't have to be the claw that can get a removal on armor 8. So it should have blocked round the corner and pushed up. Got to keep an eye out for those. Can I get an extra block? Why are we basing here? Okay, we're triple basing. Okay. Okay. So we're attempting a bit of bullying, which isn't too bad. We're attempting a bit of bullying with the triple bases. It's okay. You could engineer two dice blocks from it. This guy is not worth doing anything other than just dodging him at the end, because none of these matter, right? But what you've done is exposed this guy, which I absolutely would not do in a million years, to this guy who's got tackle and claw. In a million years do I not do that. Because all he's got to do is make the ball safe, right? He's got plenty of players to make the ball safe. Put an assist there, blitz there, and that's a 2 dice block on your best player with claw and tackle. That's not something you want to happen. And he can even just dodge away afterwards. No, it's fine. So this one is absolutely fine, right? 3 plebs on a pleb, forcing a 2+. That's okay. This one is not fine because it's utilizing your best players, and it's not utilizing them in a way that you've stopped the 2 dice in. That guy that went over there should have stayed there because this is the assist square. If he hadn't dodged, if he'd just gone there, there's no assist square. So suddenly this guy is the target. And again, by the way, he shouldn't be. The thrower should probably be there, if anything. So, because the guys on the outside here can still be hit. So both of these two could be there, the blodgers, and then the thrower can be there, or a lino can be there, and the thrower can be where the lino is. Anything that doesn't expose the blodgers to the claw tackle. And then if we're not moving him, I prefer him there. Like, you want to keep some width. You don't want to have all of your players be able to get jammed in a slow cooker. You keep some width. There's no reason to not be out here. You're going to dodge him afterwards at the end if you get that far. So what I don't like is using this guy. Oops. Oh, thank you very much, Talon. I don't accept bribes, though, so I will tell you that you're terrible later. For this exact same reason as we just said here, right? But these are both making the same mistake. He's going to have to defend this now because he's also got a claw tackle. So even like this guy going here is this exact same problem. He's exposed his best player to claw tackle. Gets the pow. Doesn't get the steady foot in, but the steady foot. Oh, I guess not because there was a 1 there. I was going to say the steady foot in 8 a high dice, but it wouldn't have mattered. It was still a 6. And we get a stun on him. Wait, did we dodge to be the? We dodged to be the tag. Okay, didn't have to do that, right? We could have put him in there for the tag. Because the dodge was from tackle and we weren't re-rolling it. And then we take some width. See, so we could have already had the width in place. A little bit messy again. Just a little suboptimal. It's not like it is, it's game losingly stupid or anything. It's just a little suboptimal. And the problem we got here is, once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. 7. So we would have to give up a claw hit ourselves by going there. Oh, I can't get by going there. And when we have to move this guy out the way. And we probably should do a rush afterwards to like get a little safe myself. We don't want to get a claw hit on our claw tackle. But it does give, if you want to take it, a claw tackle hit on his dodge strip ball, which will matter because there's no sure hands in play on your drive. So both of you are exposing your best players to the opponent's claw tackle immediately. Okay, looks like we're not doing it. Looks like we're just blitzing the dodge piece. Gets a wrestle. Ugh. I have been thinking quite heavily that it's worth taking block on one of your white lions. We'll pause the game for a moment to have a quick, theory craft conversation. Genuinely, I think it might be worth taking claw on one of those 2 white lions. Because you could want to constantly be blitzing soft targets, right? And wrestle doesn't help you with that. Block turns those 55s into 75s. Yet it's 30 TV or whatever, but it's pretty good, isn't it? There's so many blockless targets to hit with him, and the amount of 1 in 9s you roll seemingly is more than 1 in 9 when you've got a wrestler. It's obviously not. It just feels that way. Yeah, that's the thing. Dodge is always first skill. I would take dodge, then block on one of them, and dodge, then tackle on the other one. Just to try it, I think. We'll see when I'm playing my high elf run. We'll see. Because I like creating them both as blitzers, as proper blitzers, right? And then for my dragon princes, they both got to take dodge. And then for me, one of them takes frenzy. He's the utility blitzer. He's the outplay your opponent blitzer. And then the other one you can save for stats. Like that's how I'm going to probably try and build my high elves. No, I don't think I would save for Mighty Blow. Dodge and, again, Mighty Blow is a problem, isn't it? Because Mighty Blow is now 50 TV. And you've already taken Dodge as 30 TV. And Mighty Blow is synergistic with Block. Because you want to maximize the amount of times that it gets used, which means you want to take Block. You can't take dodge, block, and mighty blow on a white lion. It's 110 TV of 3 skills. Yeah, he's great, but also he costs a house. It's insane. So I don't think I would ever take mighty blow. Maybe in like some kind of infinite league or whatever, I would consider taking mighty blow, but not in any kind of redraft. I mean, how could you ever afford to redraft him? It's just would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? But because they're already taking dodge, they're already taking at least 4 dodge. At least 4 dodge. I still like dodge on the Linos, even though it costs 30 TV. So you're already like piling the TV on. We're doing it again. Like he is completely exposed while we're taking this blitz. We've got to keep a handle on that, Wilking. Like because again, I've never once have I seen someone have perfect turn ordering except for quad skulls. It's just not a thing. If you're not thinking ahead to worry about the quad skulls, it means that it's not drilled in enough. It's not automatic. You need to drill it until it's automatic. And oh, look, you done again. I love these games where it's like so perfect for learning. Like, and now look, you've dub sculled, you're not re-rolling it because you've only got 2 re-rolls and it's very early in the drive, and your main tackle guy is completely exposed to 2 dice with tackle claw. Yeah, that's the thing. So the reason for drilling it is for the times when your concentration is not like total, right? No one can really play. If you play a lot, no one can play every game fully locked in 100%, right? Like, this is why I did it myself. Back in the day when I was playing on Blood Bowl 2 and I played like, crazy amount of games, like 30, 40 a week. I knew I couldn't do that. I couldn't stay locked in every single day playing 3 to 4 games every night. Like, it just couldn't happen. So I drilled turn ordering until it became just like how I played. That's the unthinking part of how I played. So the drilling at the start, the like forcing yourself to do it at the start, goes away. It just becomes your natural way of playing. And as I've said a million times, if you watch me play, I talk out loud. I'm like, okay, this one's a stand. He's going to do the blitz. He's waiting for that. I just like, that's how I start every turn. And do I make mistakes? Yeah, of course I do. Normally, the mistakes I make are like I'm on top of the game, everything's okay, and I forget to stand someone up or whatever. Do I make mistakes that matter? Very, very few. In turn ordering, not ever, obviously. Like, very, very few do I just make terrible random errors that would lose me the game or whatever. Because I've just completely drilled it into myself that it's part of my game. You have to do it. I say it out loud because I stream Teox, so it's just habit. But like, it's going on in my head when I'm playing off stream. It's just going on in my head. I like, it's going there, it's going there, it's going there. Like, it just happens. Like, so I just look around, I pick my blitz, I know what I'm doing, I know where the ball's going, and then I'm like, okay, right, so that means he's doing nothing, he's just standing up. He's doing nothing, he's just standing up. Like, you just go around your team and do that. You just don't roll dice. You can't expose him when you're rolling dice that you're not going to re-roll. Even if you are going to re-roll it, there's no reason for him to be exposed. This guy should be up and screening, or this guy should be over there to claim some width, and then this guy can be there, and this guy can drop behind, and this guy can be there. And now we blitz. Like, all of that's good then, right? Everything's good. We've claimed width. Yeah, okay, it sucks that we dub sculled into our own armor break, but we're not going to get this guy killed. And based on the last time where Tatarika didn't go for him, then it's possible you're not going to get him killed this time either. But that won't be the case against everyone. Other people will immediately. Most good players have like some kill instinct in them. I call it like, never take your foot off their neck, right? We make jokes about Jim and go for the kills and stuff. Like, if you get an advantage, you press. You keep their advantage. You keep them under the thumb. You keep them on the back foot. You want to keep the advantage pushed on them. So this is a mistake, right? And you like, Tatarika should now press. And for me, I would risk the 1 in 36. I would base here, and I would go for the 2 dice on him. Because that's a great guy to, even just to stun for a turn. It's great. If you get him down and he's stunned, Now you can like not worry so much about your own blodgers, and you can pressure with them. You can base because he doesn't have any tackle, so you can bully with the blodgers then. And we're doing it. Gets the POW. Oh, doesn't break armor. This is the weirdest formation I've ever seen. There was no reason for this. It's not bad. It's just too shallow because it allows him to just take space and go around the outside. Like, you know, he could have been out there and one of those guys could have been behind him. Like a chevron there would have gone hard, right? Making this wall doesn't really work too much there. Maybe not even a chevron. Maybe just two players there would have been better so that this guy can be one of them. And then whoever moved over here, I think it was this guy, can be one of them. Like, just stand in there. Because if you stand flat like that, if you had a chevron, to be fair, you could blitz this front one and take this space back. But if it's flat, it's much harder. Full POW. Like, pretty hilarious. But yeah, this is the problem. We've allowed space to be claimed. There's nothing wrong with flat shapes. It's just you've made a wall. They don't need to be a wall, right? They can be a gap. Oh, a gap. And that means you have the same amount of players, but you cover like the whole width of the pitch. He hasn't got any guard, so one gap means no assist. So they don't need to be shoulder to shoulder. Okay. Okay. Right. Interesting. This wasn't a stun. And he's not on tackle, so obviously he should have dodged first. So we've made an error there, and it's cost us. It's cost us a player, in fact. So now it's interesting on what to target. What would I do if I was to target it, right? I would probably ignore this guy completely, and I'd ignore this guy completely, and I would cage the cage. I would claw him. I'd put a blodger at the back on this guy. Blodger at the back on this guy. Dodger there. Or even bring the dodger right round to there. Him there. Him there. Him there. Blitz him with one of these two as an assist. Push in on the ball and make sure one of these guys stays the other side of him, so there's always a counter assist if he wants to blitz backwards. And then wherever he goes, he stands up and bases him. So that's his only free guy. So I would cage the cage, yeah? Like, and force him to roll a bunch of dice. So far, so good. So far, so good. Ah. And then we're rolling dice. Right idea. Wrong turn ordering. Move everyone first. None of the others are waiting to see whether this guy is dead or not. So they should already have moved. Also, it wouldn't have cost him all of that movement. Takes the wrestle? Okay. Okay. Not the worst. And now we're just going where we would have gone. Someone definitely needs to be there as a counter assist to him. It must be the thrower then. He has to be there. Yes. No. Okay. So, great idea. Like, great that you did the cage thing. Love it. Slightly off, bad turn ordering, and I would say slightly off on where players go. I don't know why this guy's off to one side instead of out there. Just a bit weird. Maybe trying to stop a dodge out or something, but I don't know. Would prefer him just directly above him. But nitpicky. And I very much preferred him there. Because the problem you've got is if these just go here, this guy can blitz one of them. And more importantly, as this is your weak side and this is your strong side, he can blitz this one. And everyone has a dodge out in this direction to just bring the ball over here. So this guy being there is much, much stronger. Oh. Okay, I wasn't expecting the block up at all. What? How does... That can't be right. Don't understand why that's even a thing. You've blocked him in now. That's just wrong, surely. Unless I'm missing some kind of clever plan that's about to happen. That seems like a terrible, terrible idea. He hasn't got dodge. He hasn't got dodge. Well, he had to dodge anyway. But this one doesn't have to dodge if you block him down. He's got dodge and an out on a 2+, so we've got 2 extra players for free, and he's got dodge, and suddenly we've got a full cage over here for nothing more than 2 2+s with built-in rerolls. Whereas now, we don't have that. Taking a blockless block. Another blockless block. Oh, this ball is horrendous. This is a terrible turn, Wilking. What have you done? Well, that was a lot of good dice for a really shit turn. Right. Can we do anything with this? Because we do have the possibility of chaining him down there onto the cage. But our guy that with the tackle is all the way down here, so that's not great, is it? One, two, three, four, five, six. So that is a possibility. Take the block here, chain him down. So we do at least have that. We can't really, unfortunately, chain him onto the ball, which would be nice. Even with a blitz, because we can't fill this square. We could fill this square. There's some interesting possibilities here. It just requires some dice. And annoyingly, he's got tackle. So you can't even just do the dodge. So he goes over there. That gives us this chain push. Let's try and work this out. He takes a block, knocks him off. This thrower comes round here. And that block happens. So now this one can come in there. So now we take the block and chain him down to there. And hopefully we haven't knocked him down. Oh shit, this one isn't filled. Fuck, this square isn't filled. Because we want to utilize the blitz then to knock him straight down. I guess you could just go there. We chain this guy into him, push him down. And now this guy with wrestle is on the ball. And can one dice with wrestle. But there's no recovery. That's the problem. There's no recovery. Ooh, there might be recovery. This guy might be able to fill this square. And we can leave this guy for the recovery. Might be recovery. I mean, we don't really need recovery because the minute we get recovery, all we're doing is he's getting stripped. But, you know, could be a thing. You know, I don't even know if that's worth doing. I just like trying to see puzzles like that. It might not be worth doing. What might be worth doing is just blitzing this guy with your claw tackle and standing players completely in the way here. He hasn't got dodge, so that's a nice claw hit on him. That should free up him to go there, and then he goes there. And we do another, we got him here, so we need someone there. That's him. That's his job. You know, so, and he can come over there too. And so we're blocking off this completely. There's no thrower on this side, so you don't really want to throw a pass ever. We get a good hit on him. We get a good hit on both, a good claw hit on both his claws. And we get completely in the way that he can't get past. And it's turn 5, so that's probably better, right? Maybe not better, but certainly easier to do without screwing everything up. Wrestle again? Interesting. These wrestles are interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't take a blockless block on a dodger. I certainly wouldn't take 2. So this was not the play. Gets the pow. Does he hurt him? He does. Good removal. But the problem is, look at the shape we've left. This is a 2+ dodge out. To get through him, all he's got to do is 2+. Just blitzes on a 2+. And then all of these players walk up here. We haven't left a defensive shape. So great result on the blocks, but haven't left a good defensive shape. So that's the problem, isn't it? You've got to be able to do 2 things at once. And the thing that always should be priority is defense. If you have to choose between a good blitz target and a good defense, you always pick defense. It absolutely, if you kill that guy, it doesn't matter to your whole game. If he scores, you can't win now. It's even got a guy up here to come over. Don't know why we've forced dice to be safe. We could have just been closer. If that was a snake, we're getting sacked. That was unpleasantly unsafe. We could have just been closer and not done all of those dice to be completely safe. Again, like these are snakes, right? Those were snakes that could have cost you the match. I mean, so the problem with that, Ridge, is that on turn 2, you don't have to choose between a good blitz and defense. Because you don't need to defend. And he's killed himself. That's... Did the apple work? Oh, the apple worked on the Dodger. Interesting. Chose to apple the Dodger against claw pieces. Rowdy. Could we have got through and made this a 2-dice block? Let's have a look. I think we could, you know. Like, why aren't we making this a 2-dice block? Like, this is super weak. This is just a 3-2. And we've got multiple dodge pieces. And if you get the POW, he's standing in Chunt's column. Like, this is awful, like, as a defense. We didn't even do the extra rush or whatever to go there. So, these two are standing there stupidly, and when one could have been there. So, this is a real bad defense. You have to lean into this. I don't think we should be trying for a one dice when we can make it a 2 dice. We've got multiple dodge pieces. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess maybe don't use him, but he can get to there. Someone can tag him, and then we just blitz with a 3-2. So, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, what you shouldn't have done, Wilking, is been this far up the pitch. You should have been here. And then everyone could have just caged without doing any rushes. Never mind forgetting that there was moles, which I just did, by the way. You ran too far ahead and left your players behind. This should be like 2 dice on the ball with tackle in Chunt's column. Also didn't need to be in Chunt's column, by the way. Could have been there in a full cage or there in a full cage. Yeah, this is terrible. Moving him at all is awful. Like, we're going to go for the ball. Like, we're absolutely going to go for the ball. What if it goes in there and goes in the crowd and you've moved one of your best... but it's a scoring threat who's moved. So he's not a scoring threat. He's nothing. He's moved. He was a scoring threat where he was standing. He was an active scoring threat. You could have scored this turn. If you sack this ball, you could have got it to him and he could have scored this turn. I don't like the 1 dice, by the way. We should be rolling dice to make it a 2 dice. Someone should tag the top guy, someone should be an assist, and then the claw should go in from that angle there for 2 dice. Why? I mean, you see what you did, right? That was bad, yeah. Okay, you see what you did? Learn from it. That's it. Gets the pow, chunts column. Doesn't go in the crowd, and we're dodging again. What? I guess it's because you got no rerolls. You're like, I'd rather get surfed than drop the ball. No, we snaked into our own death. Oh, that's incredibly brutal. That's horrific. But the apple worked. The apple worked for both of you, at least. That is one amazing throw-in. Holy shit. That is one hell of a throw-in. Wait, I've just realized, what was the... Oh, it was Dub Skulls on the... I missed the Dub Skulls. I mean, to be fair, he did just snake into his own death. So... Yeah, it's like 1,000,000% your own fault. Oh, full pow. Oh, man, that is some... That is quite a crazy couple of turns. All right. So with no rerolls, we have a bunch of issues here, don't we? What do we prioritize? It's really not easy to decide here what you should do. Probably he goes there. We've got a 1 in 36 here that can just base the ball there and still be in scoring range. We got a 1 in 36 from him that's a wrestle, but it's a rush. So this guy should move there first and then probably take the 1 in 9 block because it's not a 1 in 6. Because, and also if you follow there, it gives this 1 in 9 a straight down block to follow above, and he pushes him that way, which is much harder to score from this square with two elves above him, and then probably go for the sack. He doesn't have any things, so you could do the other way around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as the assist, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Could just do that, right? That's better, isn't it? You don't have to do the rush. So he's the assist. He's the blitz, but we move the other players first. I guess seeing as he is not doing a rush, we can do that blitz before we move the other players. So that changes the order. What I just did, by the way, is what I do when I'm playing the turn. You saw me change my mind about that turn, right? Because I realized after I talked about what everyone was going to do that I don't need to do the rush. I can do it the other way around. So that changes my turn ordering. I haven't done any of the other stuff first. I talked through my turn out in my head or out loud if I'm streaming. And so now I know what I want to do. So I want to base him. I want to double base him. Then I do the 1 in 36. Then I do the sack because it's another 1 in 36. And then we see what happens. If it's a push, then we take these blocks. And then we take this block. And we just leave tackle zones on everyone who's a scoring threat. So far, so good. Could have been above him, but so far, so good. Ooh, we're doing a 1 dice. Oh, wait, did I miscount? I miscounted. Oh, that changes it again. Oh, didn't I count that out loud? What is wrong with me? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I miscounted. It is a rush. Interesting. Now that changes things. I wouldn't 1 dice, by the way. That's immediately off the table because this is a 1 in 9 and this is a 1 in 36 and a 1 in 6. So it's even more likely to go wrong than 1 in 6 times because you're adding the 3% of the dodge. So this is next. That should be next in turn ordering, and then that should be next. The only reason to not do that is if you're just going to put the blodger on the ball and double rush. But you do these. If you knock both of these down, luckily, I would even... Oh. And this is why. Right. So if you knock both of those down with POWs, I would even completely change from blitzing the ball and blitz him. If he goes down, no one's scoring. Then you can just double base the ball and force him to roll some re-rollless dodges or whatever. And try to sack him next turn when you were free rolling because he can't score. So wrong turn ordering and definitely wouldn't have 1 diced for the exact reason it's just happened. So now for Wilkin, what's the best chance of scoring here? Which is interesting because he doesn't have a thrower. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can, in fact, hand off to him. Is that something we can make use of? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't get in there. And if you do a rush, there's no assist. So we're doing multiple 2+s there. To chain and block that guy into that guy and chain him off. And then we hand off in 1 tackle zone and score. So that's a 2+2+ POW. Oh, shit, yeah. Look, I forgot it. I don't forget it when I'm playing, but when I'm casting, it's not in my head at all, right? So, yeah, fuck that. We can't do the rushes. New plan. New plan is a pass. Yeah, new plan is a pass. We blitz him off him. Hand off to him. And throw a pass to him. So he does the blitz. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait. No, we throw a pass to him. and then hand off to him. Yeah, that way round. Oh, we can't hand off. He's a fucking strip baller, my baller. Oh, so it is him. It's annoying remembering the new skills. So we can't utilize him as a relay because he's got my ball. So it has to be him. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh, good lord. 6, 4 plus. 4 plus, 2 plus. On top of the 3 plus, 2 plus. Is that worth it? I don't even know if that's worth it, I'll be honest with you. It might be worth just doing a 4 plus handoff. Yeah, I think it is. So he comes in as the assist. We blitz from there to knock one of the tackle zones off. And then we just do a 4 plus handoff into a 1 in. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like it's lame, but the rushes, the moles change the whole scenario of the turn. I think it's a 4 plus handoff. Someone else out there has got a better option. That's a 2 dice block, a 4 plus handoff, and then a 1 in 36 to score. I don't think anything's going to be better than that. Anything that includes a rush is already a 3 plus. Naked dodges, add 2 pluses. Doesn't take many of them to equal 4 plus. I think that's the play. Did a 2 plus. The big, yeah, that's going to say the problem with this is that doesn't get a POW, still leaves there as a 4 plus. You can't push him down off him because he needs that square to hand off in. So I don't know if it's better. It might be better. You have to samba some of this stuff, right? My gut says I would have just gone, and a 1 dice is a 2 plus, and then a 1 in 9. Failed the 4 plus. It is a 2 plus with steady footing, yeah. It's pretty hilarious. And this, by the way, that's why you don't go for the 1 dice, right? The problem with going for the 1 dice is that could happen, and now you didn't have a scoring threat. If you hadn't gone for the 1 dice and even failed the 2 dice yourself on the ball, he would still be standing and be a scoring threat, which means that it matters where the ball is. You don't have a scoring threat, so he can just try to score at that point. He can go for the 4 plus handoff. If you have a scoring threat, he has to give a shit. Full power with the claw. No steady footing, but no claw. Stayed KO'd. He's only got 10. That is brutal. The KO on the surf stays. That is a horrible 4 plus. So you have 2 options now if you're Tatarika. One is to try and play out a drive. Or 2 is to try and quick score and get another KO roll and guarantee a draw. Draw/win. I would be tempted to go for a quick score. Very, very tempted. Without my player and being 10 to 11, I would have clicked on, you know, whoever I was playing, found out that they were a competent player and unlikely to let me get away with an 8-turn stall. I would absolutely be going for a quick score here. Especially with a thrower being able to throw a pass from deep kick or whatever. We haven't set up for that, so that's not what's happening, but that's my opinion. That's what should happen. And we're rolling dice. We have to re-roll a dub skull. This is an incredibly bad defense of just one dude. He gets blitzed. This guy's up here. This guy's up here. And he, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can only get to there. Can't do rushes because of the moles. But still, he's there. And now you got to throw a pass. And you got to be worried about snaking the pickup. You need to stop these players from getting into your half. Like, that's what your players are for. What? I mean, we're just leaving it horribly weak on this side. What we should have done is we're not going to blitz. We should have blitzed with him and brought him over here. The ball's on the left side. This side needs to be stronger than this side. So that last block should have been the blitz, and we should have gone this way. So equally, tactics-wise, if I'm blue here, I want to force him to throw the ball. I want to, I'm looking at a loss if I play this too passively. Because at some point he could break away and I don't get the sack and I lose. So I want to force him to do that. I want to force him to roll the dice. They could go wrong. And if he does end up throwing the pass and breaking away and scoring, then I'm playing for a draw, which is still not a loss. So I would blitz and force him to roll those dice. I'd probably blitz him, run people into the backfield, force this player to throw a pass or hand off or whatever, force the play. Force dice to be rolled. Don't like blitzing on the opposite side to the ball. Did you notice he changed to the claw? And now his roll to wrestle is in his own way. Like, this is what I mean. Like, you got to make the active decision. Am I blitzing for damage? Am I blitzing for position? In this point, you were blitzing for position. You wanted to push people into the backfield. So we don't use the claw, because the claw is also the wrestle. Dodge to the wrong square. I don't know what... If we're leaving these chevrons in place, he should be there. We removed ourselves. We've made it 10-10. So, seeing as both people forgot moles, Tatarika, who bought them, forgot moles, I'm guessing that Tatarika also forgot that this guy throwing a pass earns him 2 SPP. So getting players mixed up can come down to your marking. Do you have clear marking on your players? Like, I'm not going to get him mixed up, right? One's got a giant plus next to him. Well, then you shouldn't get him mixed up. Look at that. There's a giant plus on him. Wait, hang on. You say you got the... I mean, that guy shouldn't be there. So, this is okay. I'm glad you got him mixed up. If you had this guy there, I would be well annoyed. Oh, his Dragon Princes. You thought that was the strip baller. Ah, okay. Okay. Going for the dive? No. Okay. I will say that SH and SB are very easy to, like, at least that makes more sense than getting the plus and the no plus wrong. This makes sense, right? Especially if they're standing near someone else and you can't see the bottom of the letters. SH and SB is, in fact, a bit of an issue. Okay, so we need to get ourselves out of this pressure turn. Wilkins decided to go in and fully pressure, which I don't hate. It's very interesting. The tackles off the pitch, so can utilize the blodgers very nicely. I probably wouldn't try and clear the ball, if I'm honest with you. I'd just dodge. The issue is, where's the ball going and who's it going to? That's a actual pickle. I think the blitz is with the wrestler on the sure hands, and I would accept a wrestle if it happened, so that he can block him, and then we can just take the ball back to another cage, dodge, and then dodge him on a. I mean, he's on tackle, so a 3+ out into a 2+, and come around over here. Okay. Don't know why we've done that. Okay, we've got 4 dice on him for some reason. Okay, now the ball has to dodge and go and hide behind. It's a based cage at the moment, though. I would have preferred this guy going around and being a scoring threat, because he'll draw the blitz, but then he'll draw the blitz. So that's good. If the blitz isn't for pressure, it's better. It'll take some of the pressure off. Hello, X-Wing. Doing it again, not moving people. And now we burnt a reroll. Right, so he's given you the opportunity to remove some of the pressure here, right? So this is the blitz. And then we can take a 2 dice with him as well if we get the power on him, because we can put someone there. The ball can move across this way. We can spread out a little bit, dodge him. So we can remove some of the pressure here. And I would also start to push, I would push him like over there. Okay. Under no circumstances would I be blocking these people. You've got to release the pressure. Like, look at this. You're not getting past that, are you? So you need to go around it. And he's allowed you to because this is weak. Oh, no, don't. So we just stayed in the corner. That's turn 4. So you've used the entire first half of the drive. You're still pretty deep in your own half, and you stayed in the corner in this shape against this shape. It's terrible, isn't it? No, absolutely not. Because the problem is you're not playing for a draw here. Allowing this pressure to pile on, you're playing for a loss. The way to play for a draw is to score. Even if you score early, it's a guaranteed draw at that point. So you should be looking for a breakaway. You should be looking to take space over here, have both of your blodgers down here, give one of them the ball, and like full potato. Guarantees the score. Guarantees the score, guarantees the draw. All you're doing here is waiting for a bad turn. One bad turn here, one bad dice, one bad turn. He gets a couple of stuns. Look, he's getting blocks. You just rolled a skull, right? He's getting a block, he's getting a block, he's getting a block. If he rolls 3 stuns, you're fucked. You should not be playing like this if you want the draw. Playing for the draw under these circumstances is scoring. Didn't dodge back out. So look, every turn it's the same thing, right? He's pushing you further backwards, jamming against your cage, but the position is narrow. You can go round it. He can go there. We move the ball back, and then we have to risk the one in 36s to blitz. And we're still just rolling blocks. Stop rolling blocks. This is a blockless blitz on a blodger. Gets a full pow because I'm speaking. Can't a stun. Amazing. The ball hasn't moved, by the way. The ball is still on one side. Why is the ball still there? And we haven't moved. This is called doing a gym. I'm gonna make this catch on. This is called doing a gym. It's playing so safe that you never leave your own half. So scared to roll a 2+ that you just stand in the same spot and never leave your own half. So, just to be clear, it's turn 6. I don't know if you've noticed, but it is definitely turn 6. No! No! He needed to 1 in 9 and go through there. Stop being so scared. So we've got 2 turns to score and approximately 2 players who can even attempt it. And the guy who's best at it is all the way back there. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 squares away. He's not even in range. And now that's 1 scoring threat gone. You now have approximately 13, 14, 15, 16, 2 scoring threats, one of whom has no chance. So only your main player can score here. 1 scoring threat, and it's turn 6, and you're elves. That's impressive. And now you got to go for it. You have to go for this. His tackle is all the way over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So remember, it's 3+ rushes for him. You have to go for this. He tags him. He hits him with wrestle. We blitz him with this guy being the assist. So we can bring some players down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay. He can do 2 rushes to get into scoring range, which is amazing. and we just potato this ball down here. And then 3+ out and get in the way. Like, just roll some dice. Roll all the dice. Those dice are not hard. It's mostly 2s with the odd 3. Why are we using a guy that's closer? Always use the guy that's furthest away. And again, this guy is the guy who can come down and defend the ball. This guy can blitz him. Look, I'm all for like the no risk thing and the handoff, but even I would throw a pass here. Hello, Jim. Hello, people who are watching Jim not play Blood Bowl by the look of it. Even I would throw a pass here. Like, you get 2 SPP on the thrower for this pass because you've got the pass in prey. See, and it like you're all the way down there, but because of the bad choices you made with these players, there's no defense. This guy could have been there. There were defensive options available here that you failed. This guy should definitely now come down and be a secondary scoring threat because he's just freely sackable. Oh, no. So close. So close. He can score from here, can't he? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, easily. So even if he gets wrestled, he can still score. So this guy just needed to be a backup scoring threat in case he gets powed and killed. You'd have been much better off just putting him there rather than that dodge. You've just put him there. Put him there. Block off all 4 of these players. Just put him there. He's going for it with the... I mean, imagine if he was there, right? How good is that? Wrestles him down. You no longer have a backup scoring threat. And this is a 1 in 9 blitz. Oh, it's a double rush. He rolled a 5 and a 6. Full powed him. And armor broke him. Now you can't score. So now you're just playing to hold on to the desperate draw. In my opinion, you sack the ball. There's too many scoring threats. to cover them. They're elves. It's too easy. You sack the ball. Okay. I wouldn't have followed because you don't want to catch it. If you catch that, it's a nightmare, I think. Maybe not, because you didn't actually have anyone who could reach it. Okay, the follow is fine. You didn't have none of these, they've all activated. You can't actually reach the ball to do anything with it, so... Now we just roll a bunch of dice and get the ball on the blodger. Hello, RD. And re-roll the rush. Don't die. Snake the rush. Absolute disaster. Get the POW. Do a block for some reason. Absolutely irrelevant block that burns amazing dice. Wait, what? Is that the right... Hang on. Is that that's a 5+, right? No, that would have been a 3+, 4+. Oh, shit, yeah, I've done it again with the my ball. Good lord. That's like the third time this game there's 4 my balls on the pitch. 12, 11, 10, 9. Can't hand off to him because it's a 4+, or could you? No, you can't. Yeah, I guess maybe this is it then. Just... Sorry. That was a great animation. Just casually intercepted out of the sky. So there we go. That was a real good match for Penguin Academy. Both of you got a free coaching lesson, so that's nice. You should have won that, Tatarika. You could have won that. More importantly, don't be thinking you can't win those games. I mean, you could also have won a Wilking if you hadn't ballsed everything up, just to be clear. But you weren't the one that said I was playing for the draw. Good match. Right. It is 8:30. That took a real long time. That was so good that we took like an hour and 15 minutes or something instead of like 40 minutes as we normally do. So I'm kind of debating making this a two-parter and just stitching it together. Could I do that? I could do that, couldn't I? I might do this tomorrow. No, I'll do Talon Bay's game now. It's a little early still. We do Talon Bay game now. He's here as well, so it's only fair. We'll definitely do this match now. It's opening. Right. So next up, we have one of those odd matches where someone from BBT is playing someone not from BBT. But because of the name involved, I thought I would do this match. So this is Talon Bay with 1300 Orcs versus Matt Dacker with 1300 Amazons. Two of the topish teams. Still, Amazon's still one of the better teams in third season. So two topish tier teams. Talon, I don't know if is it insulting to say learning? You've played like a lot of games, Talon. I feel like it might be insulting to say learning, but you know what I mean. Talon's still getting better. Let's go with that. Are you currently on the Scottish international team or not? I haven't kept up with who's on what team. In the 12, right? So you, for those of you who don't know, if you don't follow competitive Blood Bowl, in the 12 means at the Euro Bowl, where all the international teams play, there's an 8-man Euro Bowl team and a 4-man European team. Most people, I think it's fair to say, consider the 8-man team the international team. However, that hasn't always been the case. Regularly, the European team, like Team England's European team, did better than their Euro Bowl team. And there are a lot, because you have teams like France who can field 3 Euro Bowl teams and only can send 1. The other Euro Bowl teams split up into European teams, and they're very strong. If, like, you know, the Dulac brothers and Clement and BB and stuff are not in that year's Euro Bowl team, then and they want to go, they'll be in a European team, which is an insanely strong European team. So it shouldn't really be seen that way, in my opinion. It's like, you know, it's still it's still bloody. In fact, I would say quite genuinely that it's just as hard to win the European as it is to win the Euro Bowl. There's only 4 of you. Dice-ins are easier to sway a whole match. And the European has a lot of just strong teams. There's probably more strong 4s in the European than there are strong 8s in the Euro Bowl. A lot of the countries can't field a strong 8 or a strong 4 for that matter. So if you or anyone out there ends up in the European team for their country, don't consider that some kind of downgrade. Sorry, I'm just cleaning my glasses a sec. So, however, I think it's fair to say, Talon, apologies if you disagree, struggling a bit in the progression format of BBT, which is fair enough. Come from the world of tabletop, mostly play NAF style. So currently at 50 odd % in BBT, and you've spun into Matt Dacker, who for all of the, you know, the old school dislike that some people have for him, is a perfectly competent player, 60 odd % in box. Still 60 odd % in box, even though his main tactic has now gone away. He used to be known for playing 200 game teams that had like a legend and a bunch of rookies to get games at low TV. But you can't do that anymore because of redraft. So he's playing more normal, what we all consider more normal Blood Bowl, and is still maintaining 60-odd%. Yeah, he doesn't seem to like playing black box trophy. He's just playing box. So it's a tough spin for Talon, but Orcs into Amazons, not that bad. So we don't have a lot of tackle. We have one tackle. This crazy big one has got everything under the sun. So we've got an armbar troll, which, by the way, is insane. I assume we randomed him. Stop randoming things, people. We have an armbar troll with what looks like a niggle. So if you mouse over, you see there's a little red dot on his name. I think that's a niggle. We have a block big un, who of course these days comes with Mighty Blow, and Taunt. I tell you what I'm going to talk about during this game. How fucking annoying Taunt is. By annoying, I mean for the people playing against Orcs. So hard to remember Taunt. Because it's brand new skill. It's a brand new effect. And regularly you need to blitz or block the big un anyway. Because they're big uns and they're in the way. So this big un has gone crazy. Block, guard, pro, stand firm, tackle, and he's the team captain. I mean, I assume the pro is from the team captain. You didn't take pro. That's a crazy, crazy player. And this is going to be the player that's like obviously the key player against the Amazons. Not only is he got tackle and mighty blow to smash Amazons, but if he has to blitz against two Amazons, he can stand there and he has stand firm. And even if you get 2 dice on him, if you get pushes, he can choose to go backwards and pull you with him because of Taunt. It's great. We have a guard blitzer. We have a brawler blitzer, which again is going to be one of those random skills that Talon was talking about. We have a block leader, Mr. Throw. We have a fend Lino, a bunch of rookies, and 2 goblins, one of which has sure feet. Don't know why we got 2 goblins. I hate the second goblin. That's if you're going to have bench, just have another orc. 2 goblins is... Ugh. And on the Amazon side, we have a block big girl, a blodge piranha, and then an insane amount of wrestle. 5 wrestle-ons. And 14 men. It immediately starts raining. Matt Dacker is the Zons. Orcs win the toss and receive, which they should do because you really want to just get the damage going. Because even if the damage doesn't do a lot because of the 3 bench, it's useful for the drive. Obviously, you want to get rolling. You've got the score in. You're probably guaranteed the draw. Amazons don't really have a good 1 turn. Probably no 1 turn against this team. And they're unlikely to play for the win. Okay, this is a choice. Okay. So, you might be wondering what the hell's going on. So what's going on is Matt Dacker plays Blood Bowl really weirdly. The Dacker is named after him. However, what he actually does is almost never an actual Dacker. Because this is his defense. And he's just hid all of his players, all of his skilled players. He's just playing for a draw. He's playing to keep all of his skilled players alive for his offensive drive because he's spun into a team that can hurt him. So against this team, he's playing for a draw. Against a team that wasn't like, you know, capable of destroying him, he would obviously play differently. I do like that we've, for some reason, oops, set out these linos out here to defend. I would have just maximized blocks. This guy should be there, and then we bring someone up, and it's make this a 3 dice, make this a 3 dice, vomit, make this a 2 dice, and then blitz with the other guy for more, like, just guaranteed to knock these 3 down. No, rain is great. Okay. First up, no. Absolutely no. Zero reason to make this a 2 dice block. Especially the one with Mighty Blow Tackle that you like are most likely to get the damage with. The 2 Mighty Blows should be 3 dice blocking. There's no excuse for making this a 2 dice block. You could, if you got the 2 knockdowns with these, you could absolutely try and 3 dice with the troll, and that means he would have to be over there. So that it doesn't block him forward. But you could absolutely 3 dice with the troll to get the Mighty Blow hit. And for SPP. But there's zero excuse that these are 2 dice blocks. This is lazy as hell, Talon. Absolutely lazy. No. No, 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 no. No. So you don't want to do that, do you, though, Talon? You could set up so you still get the extra blocks, but the 3 that have Mighty Blow, you need to maximize the chance of them utilizing Mighty Blow. Knocking them down isn't the goal. Hurting them is the goal. So you want the POWs to be on the 3 with Mighty Blow. Like, you POW'd this one over here, but it wasn't with Mighty Blow. And the fouling is pointless. He has 3 bench. You have a goblin as, like, the replacement for this guy. Fouling is insane. If he's going to play like this, then you're playing for a draw/win in the second half. Just take it. Yeah, why would he? Especially if Talon's going to foul, I would leave him on the ground. More chance of removing his own players than me caring about it. I got 3 replacements for these 3. Awful. Stop fouling. It's insane. Take the draw. It's because it's not a draw, is it? Take the score. He can't 1 turn. He's not against orcs. You have stand firm, strength 5, guard. He's not gonna be able to 1 turn. So then you're playing for a draw/win 11 on 11. And you've got the goblin throw at the end. Like, you are, because of whatever percentage chance the goblin throw is, it removes from the, like, chance of it being a draw, right? So you're automatically the favorite to win. No, I wouldn't score fast. That's crazy. Ignore RD. Score on turn 8 as normal and take the draw/win. You can stop him scoring. You can bang him out. And even if none of that works, you have a goblin throw and his one turn is dog shit. It's not a draw. They're playing for a draw, Mato. If the Orcs score on turn 8, the second half is draw/win. No, it's not about the goblin throw. You can stop him scoring quite easily with a full team of Orcs. If he's let you score for free, you are immediately the favorite to win. So the correct blitz, after we've made the ball safe over that way, is that from there. So you get follow-up blocks. But the ball should just fuck off, right? If the ball's not going to fuck off, we bring these two players up and we keep the team near the big uns so they don't get abandoned and he could foul. Oh shit, you've got a stalling rule. Yeah, thank you, by the way. Again, new rules, right? I'd remember when I'm playing. I'm terrible when I'm casting for the new rules. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, we're staying there. I like staying near your players anyway because it allows you to block. I don't know why we've blocked that way. Why wouldn't you block straight down that way? There's the removal. Okay. I mean, this guy could have just gone here and we could have just stayed. You're playing very scared of someone who's not playing Blood Bowl. And you've made a massive, massive error. Like, this is a massive error. Leaving this guy hung out to dry is an insanely bad choice. He's got 3 bench. Wrestle him down and massive gang foul on him. He had a mascot. And he gets pushes into pushes. You forgot taunt. You forgot taunt. You should have taken the pushes and taunted him. Full pow, nice. Kaz, nice. Gets a stun. Okay, he can still get blitzed, but he can't get gang fouled now, so we're okay. No, it's turn 7 you move forward, Matto. It's equal to or more than for stalling. So if you move up on turn... Oh, wait, next turn, sorry. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, so you move up so that you're in range and stalling doesn't matter on turn 7. Does go for the foul anyway. +2's not bad. Yeah. So on turn 6, when you activate, you're not in range, so you can move into range, and then on turn 7 when you activate, you can't roll a 7 on a d6, so... So we should have already moved the ball. That's in me. Like, again, same thing as I say to everyone else. Yeah, okay, quad skulls only happens every 20 odd games. If that's this game, the ball is exposed for no reason here to a 2-dice block. So the ball should be safe right now. You're rolling dice. Yes. Of course it does. So stalling is you check to see if you are stalling when you activate the ball carrier. If when you activate the ball carrier, you can score with no dice rolled, then you are in danger of stalling. So if you end that activation still with the ball, the stalling roll happens. If you end that activation without the ball, there's no stalling roll. So if you put the ball on the ground for Fumble Ruski, you don't have the ball, so there's no stalling roll. It does lead to some incredible edge cases that we've talked about, where if you do a handoff and they fail to catch it and it drops back on you, people have argued that that's stalling. But the counter argument to that is when you do the handoff part, your activation is over. So maybe it doesn't trigger stalling. Yes. So if you try to end the turn, all of your players who didn't move are counted as activated and standing still. So it will trigger stalling. So we could have moved into range here. We didn't have to stay out of range here. This is turn 6. We could have moved up and should have moved up. So he's just going to do the same thing again. What a weird... He's got a negative assist on this foul. Could have just tagged him with him and had a +3 foul. It's an odd choice. Gets caught. That's his 3 bench. I hate that we're leaving this guy to get, like, insanely gang fouled. This is your best player, man. Wait, what's happening here? What a weird choice. Oh, so he's not fouling him because the only people he had to foul all had wrestle. So he's fouling the blitzer because this one doesn't have any skills. That's terrible. We've got a guard that can go there. We've got 2 players who can come around to be here. Why isn't this a 3 dice block? KO doesn't come back yet. These guys should have been up behind. So what we should have realized is that he is absolutely not giving a flying monkey's thump about playing Blood Bowl. He can't really do a 1-turn, right? I don't even know why you tried. So the guard should be in the middle to protect the troll. These guys should be up. Because what you don't want to do is give away a gang foul. This guard should be there to avoid this guy being a blitz, to remove a tackle zone. Like, you got to put yourself in his shoes, right? You got to... You've already seen him for the entire half. All he's going to do here is take blocks and foul whichever player is the best player he can foul. You know that. So defend it a bit. Why? Why did you just stand firm? So there's the problem, Talonbait. Why would you do that? If this is not a NAF style competition, why would he practice a 1-turn? You just saw him not even practice defense. I wouldn't practice my 1-turn here against orcs with stand firm and strength 5. when I've got it, all I've got is a regular movement 7 sidestep piece. I wouldn't even do the 1 turn yet. So all you've done there with the stand firm is open yourself up to a bigger gang foul on, again, your insanely good player. So X-Wing, he's not taking a hit to his... If he plays for the draw when he gets very bad matchups, which he considers this matchup to obviously be... Yeah, you shouldn't always be looking for the win. You should be able to accurately assess your chance of a win. His chance of a 1 turn here is minuscule. Movement 7 sidestep with 1 reroll against 11 orcs. His chance of a 1 turn is like low single digit percentage. It's probably lower than his chance of killing his Blodstepper. And because we didn't defend our players adequately, now we've taken a removal and we can get fouled. With no Apo in play. Which is particularly bad because we've got 2 goblins and we were fouling. Wow. Wow. He went for the pass even after he burned the reroll and then didn't get the foul. I get going for the pass when you have a reroll in hand, but not when you don't. I would have just stopped the pass and then fouled immediately. So we are missing our second big un, but we did get the thing back. So there's a goblin on the pitch. Yeah. It's the wrestle. Just a stunt. We re-rolled that? Why did we re-roll that? Why did we just burn our re-roll on an irrelevant Lino dodge? On a Rookie Lineoak? Sure, but you want that, right? You're the person who just said you're always going for the win. The best chance of you winning is if he potatoes off down the pitch and scores on like turn 4. That is your like tippy top chance of winning this game. Your second best chance of winning is stopping him scoring at all. Yeah, but burning a reroll puts you less likely to do either. And if he pows him, how did this help? If that's a pow, what's this guy doing to help? Doesn't feel like he's doing anything. He couldn't make it one over. You'd have to do a rush. So you burnt a reroll to put a player in a completely irrelevant square. It's not even protecting the goblin because these two and the body protect the goblin. So you just burnt a reroll. Okay, why have we put them there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Are we going to step back there, maybe? I mean, if you want to stop the score, you should be almost always completely covered across the entire width of the pitch. This is a weird place to put a chevron. This guy is still weak, by the way. He's still not protected. He should already have moved before we rolled any dice. Nice removal. And then we stood there. So he has to move forward now. You can't possibly be having him be out in front to get 2 dice. Goblin should be up there, so we don't need to move anyone next turn to activate the troll if we need to activate the troll. So again, we're getting 2 dice on our best player. Orc armor breaks. He could just die right here. Why is he getting 2 dice? Stop standing firm! You have taunt! Stop rolling dice before we move people. Actually, are we going to move people? I don't even know if we are going to move people. This is actually reasonable. I would, yeah, don't activate the troll. Leave it like it is. These removals from this guy, like, look how important he's been. He's removed 2 players, and this entire game you've let him get, like, beat to shit. Gang fouled, 2 diced. He's winning you the game by himself. Just because Daka hasn't rolled a 6 to break his armor. Stun on the troll means you have to K now. That ball's not safe. Oh, good lord. Can't click. So we could sack the ball. That is one option. I don't think I'd do it. I don't think it's necessary. I think we put him there. Ugh. Put him there. Blitz the big girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh, it's hard to get around there for the follow-up 2 dice. And we just defend the middle with a weak side. I don't think I'd go for the hit on the blodger. Because there's no good recovery. Oh, well, that's not right, is it? Oh, we couldn't put the guard in. Never mind, it is right. There's a defensive here. So we are going for the hit on the blodger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 2s on top of the only 30% success rate. Like, it's not shit and wrong. I just don't think I'd have bothered. Because I still think I can defend here. Oh, well, we've moved. We definitely don't have recovery because we've moved everyone. I mean, that one should have been on the side, shouldn't it? Allowing this dodge out is terrible. Rerolls it as well, so that's all rerolls gone. Pow fishing. We now have no rerolls. This is looking rough now. Yeah, that's just not it though, is it? the percentage chance of success that meant something, not just success on the POW, right? That means something, that stops him from being able to just pick the ball up back up next turn, was incredibly low. You have to make the 4 rushes. You have to full pow. He has sidestep. You've moved everyone else. The goblin to get that ball would have to make like 5 dodges. You're not really rolling for the win, are you? You're rolling for a sack that is ostensibly a minor inconvenience. All he has to do to get the ball back on a blodger is a couple of 1-in-9s. And now he's going to utilize hit and run so he doesn't have to dodge away. Full pow and death on the goblin. And now what? You dismantled your own defense. I mean, your saving grace is for some reason he's decided to stand in... Oh, no, he's got sidestep. Standing in chunks columns irrelevant. I take it back. I haven't got sidestep written as a thing, by the way. Wonder why. Oops. Not... My thumb's not on the right square in the dark. There we go. Oh, proed into a full pow. What a hero orc. Into a removal. Oh, my days. Absolute hero orc. Is that what it is, GC? Thank you. I was wondering why sidestep had disappeared. I'll have to change that. Thank you. Did they change it from like all one word or something? To like 2 words or something like that? Yeah. Oh my god, he's failed. Oh my days. He failed the first rush and snaked the second rush. And his armor roll was also a snake. Just all ones after getting 1 dice powed. Absolutely disgraceful. Wow. So Talon Lucka Dogs. So far, there's still some turns left, but that's a pretty Lucka Dog couple of actions. Two plus. Yep, prode. His best player's just been stuck on this one zone the entire drive. I mean, it's turn 7. This is the only scoring threat. We did a 3. Oh, he's got pro, right? So it's not really just a 3+. I don't know why he's still on the sideline. There's no thrower anywhere for the Amazons. I wouldn't want the surf. It's a 1 in 3 to be thrown down this way. Don't like the stand there. Ideally, what you want to do here is... hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 handoff. And then run down and throw a pass to her in the end zone. No, they're passing 4+. You don't want to do that. So you want to do a pass in 4+ to someone here. So these two should probably have dodged so that... so that this one can block the troll away. So this one passes to this one. And then this one does a handoff. And then she scores. It's a lot of dice with one reroll, to be fair. And we failed a 4+ catch. We rolled a 3 on the second one. We could have had a chance of scoring if we'd done my play. Get dead. And there we go. There's the win. Takes the scalp of a... It's hard to say better coach. Certainly a higher win rate coach. Daka plays Blood Bowl so weirdly that it's hard to quantify him in terms of skill. Yes, plenty to take away. And again, whenever it happens, I don't mind saying it. I think genuinely, same with Wilkin and Tatarika earlier, I've always find it admirable that people take a random stranger telling them that they're bad at something and need to be better in stride. Like, you know, the amount of people who get, like, pissed at me for daring to tell them that they're not as amazing as they think they are grows every week. It's the only way to get better. I still do it. See how many mistakes I made in those 2 casts? Forgetting my ball repeatedly, forgetting something in this. Someone had sidestep. You know, like, you make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. The more you remember them, the more you correct yourself, the less you make them. Right. So I tell you what I'm going to do. Instead of stitching this together, I'm going to call this, for people on YouTube, Friday Night FUMBBL Part 1. I'll do Part 2 tomorrow and upload that as well. So this is Part 1. And I'll probably add in another game then tomorrow. Part 2 will be like 2 games instead of just the 1 game I planned. Because these 2 were quite long. That was a 2.5 hour pair of games. And they were good for Penguin Academy. So they were good to learn from. So I think this will stand alone as an upload. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I will have marked it Part 1. Part 2 will come out the next day. Yeah. Normally I did have a different name. I've got a third show like name called FUMBBL AM, which I thought was funny because of Soccer AM. So maybe this will be Friday Night Fumble, and I'll put Fumble AM up. No, Fumble After Dark is what I'll be calling the games that I put on membership only. And we'll have like guest commentators and stuff for that. There'll probably be more swear words. I'll probably be a bit more harsh. You'll still get the same commentary, but I won't care about, like, who I'm talking about or telling a story in the middle. Like, it's kind of annoying, like, if I get a game, especially as you saw recently in End Zone, where I got a game where one of the players is one of the idiots on Fumble who are actively insulting me all the time or whatever, and I'm trying to do a cast instead. Fumble After Dark, I don't have to care about that. I can just call him a twat for the entire game. So those will happen. There'll be some membership ones. There's one going up soon. But the only reason I haven't put a membership only video up yet is because I'm going to make an introduction video. I'll probably make that tomorrow, like an intro to memberships, to let people know what the point of being a member on YouTube is. Because there's going to be two different types. I'll say it again here and leave it in this VOD. There's going to be two different types of videos. Well, maybe three. There's going to be videos of me playing, because anyone who's a member doesn't care that I whinge about dice, right? So there's going to be videos of me playing. There's going to be those kinds of videos that I'm talking about, Fumble After Dark, Blood Bowl 3 After Dark, where I'm casting a game with maybe like some friends in the booth, Jim, PC, someone else from chat or whatever. And, we can have a laugh, we can tell stories while we're doing it. So like, an impromptu podcast while we're casting a game. Those will be on there. And then the third and most important one, the main reason for memberships, is the advanced tactics videos. So I'm going to start doing Penguin Academy videos, and the basic stuff will be free to all. So like, intro to DACA and explaining what a DACA is and what the point of it is, that video is free. Advanced DACA tactics will be behind the membership, because I don't want to try and make money off people who are starting out and just want to learn stuff. But for people who actually spend money on Blood Bowl and want to get better on Blood Bowl, then part of the money they can spend is be a member to my channel. So I don't mind, hiding that stuff. So that's the main reason. So I got to put all of that in an intro video, and then I'll start uploading some of the games with me playing. We've got one Fumble After Dark already in the bag to go up. So those will all be there. Hell yeah, I'll do an Ube Frap View in the middle of a cast. I don't mind story time and stuff if it's if it's just for members. Like I said, the members casts and the members like games of me playing, those will be like, impromptu podcast stuff. We'll be chatting a lot more. The actual tactics videos are for videos like this and for other casts like the current Super League casts and things. Anyway, hope everyone enjoyed Friday Night Fumble. There'll either be a part 2 or I'll just throw up an episode of Fumble AM. We'll see. See you in the next video.